Welcome back to another video where I'm going to go over the top 5 questions that you need to ask a Facebook ads expert like myself before you pull the trigger and hire them. This is something that a lot of business owners are not doing because they're not getting educated by their advertising company enough before they decide to invest in their services. I hear a lot of horror stories, obviously being in the marketing space, seeing agency after agency take your money and completely burn it to a crisp. So question number 1 is, how are we going to refine my offer so that I can get better results on cold traffic? And the reason why you ask this is because offer refinement is one of the most important parts inside of the customer journey. If you can refine an offer to make it sexier, have better messaging, hit that ideal prospect better, you're not just going to have a higher conversion rate, but a higher intent rate, which comes down to closing more leads, right? You want to close more leads. You want to close more sales. Maybe you're an e-com store, you're a coach or consultant. If your offer is better, you should see a hike in conversion rates, then increasing revenue, then increasing AOV, then increasing lifetime value. The second biggest question you should be asking: what are the exact KPIs that we are going to be tracking to make sure that we define success together? So if you're in lead gen, what is that going to look like? That's going to look like your cost per lead, cost per qualified lead, cost per call, show rates, close rates, ascension rates, lifetime value, cash collected on ad spend, LTV, cash collected on ad spend. Those numbers are going to allow us to sit there and go, hey, how much money do you make in 7 days, 30 days, 60, and 90? So we can track LTV better. Now, if you're an e-com, the best KPIs are going to be cost per click based on your product price, your conversion rates on your product pages. So if you're in the low ticket e-com space, you have to have at least a 4% conversion rate. If you're in high ticket over like $100 in the e-com space, you should be sitting above a 1.5, 1.75%. So you want to make sure your conversion rates are hitting correctly. Now, on top of that, once you have good conversion rates and you have a good cost per click, what is the abandoned cart percentage? How many people get to checkout and wind up abandoning checkout? And how do we scoop those people up? Is it email sequences? Is it using an app like TextCart? What does that look like for me to get that KPI driven to where it is revenue based? On top of that, what is my average order value? If your best-selling product that gets 80% of your sales is $40, your average order value needs to be pushed past $55, $56, $57 to get the most out of your ad spend so your ROAS can increase. And the more upsells and downsells and cross-sells that the prospect takes, the higher the lifetime value is. And on top of it, the more data getting pushed to the conversion API on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, that's going to allow you to find more buyers like that. On top of those numbers are going to be your lifetime value and returning customer rate. Those numbers are now going to dictate to us, hey, how much is a customer worth in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? And also, how many people per month on a percentage basis return and buy something else? Anything lower than 20%, it needs to be improved. And it depends on the product, it depends on the niche, etc. But those numbers need to be as high as possible because that means your emails aren't working. Customer loyalty is down and you're not able to push as much ad spend because you're spending so much on new customer acquisition that you can't find new people. And you can't find second money because second money is the easiest. The third question you need to ask is, what is our engagement going to look like? What does month 1 look like? Month 2, month 3, and month 4? What do those 4 months look like? And why do I need to be here for 4 months? What is the exact breakdown timeline of what I'm going to be getting? Because what if you get me launched in month 1 and there's not much management in month 2, 3, and 4? How is that agreement validated? Are we going to go to other traffic sources? Are we going to build an extra landing page? Are we going to, do strategy, find a setter, do this? Like, what things are we doing during these 4 months that quantify and obviously qualify me to want to stay that long? Because some marketing companies sign you into big contracts, sometimes 6, 12 months. What's going to happen during that time? When are they going to come in and start doing organic? When are they going to come in and start doing SEO? When are they going to come in and start doing X? There needs to be a roadmap so that your prospect actually has clarity. Now, this is not just for the business owner right now. This is for the agency owner. Like, if your clients don't understand what they're getting, then they're not going to buy. Okay. Not everyone's like me where I just go on a call and I'm like, how much is it? $8,000. All right. It, I'm in. I don't care what I'm getting because I have money. I'm rich. Okay. So it's this thing where, based on that third question, you can now lead them into, which is going to be the fourth. Do you have current results in my niche? And would you be willing to show me what my expected costs are? Now, we can't go into ROIs much because of, legality, FTC, guarantees, etc. We stay away from that. But you need to ask your marketing partner, hey, listen, what is going to be the expected cost per lead, expected this based on industry standards? And then I can now have a KPI for my team. If I know that I'm selling a $3 $300 product, and I tell the prospect, hey, it's gonna be $30 a lead, $300 a month product. That means for every 10 leads, I gotta get one person to close to break even. So how do I get a 10% conversion on leads? What are we gonna be doing on the SMS and emails and the booking calendar and a setter to make sure that we get one person for every 10 to not just show up, but buy that $300 product? Because $300 a month might be a harder product to sell just through a landing page. Probably need a phone call. Or do we need a free trial offer to get more people in, lower cost per acquisition, better retention based on how good the subscription of the product is? So these are questions you have to ask. And the fifth question is, what is the right sales process and funnel type that we are going to be using? This is one of the most important ones and the last one, because if you're running an IG DM funnel, you better know the ins and outs of it so that you know how to wrap your sales process around it and your actual messaging and packaging. If you're running a VSL to an application, where's the setter involved? Where's the email and SMS? If you're running a webinar, what is that going to look like? If you're doing sales page to book a call, how many calls can you take a day? What's the most money we can spend on ads until we have to get another salesperson? You need to ask that funnel question so that you know when I'm running ads, they go to X page and make X action, which then reflects on my back end. So those are the top 5 questions that you should be asking your marketing partner before you pull the trigger. And I make a lot more content just like this for agency owners and business owners like yourself to get the most out of your paid ads. So click subscribe below, like, comment, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.